Okay, let's be real. Are you a VJ, a live video artist, who's just completely bored, not with the art, but with fighting the tech? You have this dream of collaborating with musicians anywhere in the world, but you're actually stuck in this nightmare of virtual cables and sync issues? Well, today, we're diving into a really brilliant turnkey solution designed to get you back to creating and, out of the IT department for good.
I mean, this quote it absolutely nails it, right? We've got all this incredible technology that's supposed to connect us, but when it's actually showtime, it often feels like we're just performing in our own little digital bubbles. For artists who want to collaborate, it's the ultimate paradox.
So let's really break down this core problem. What it feels like to be a VJ trapped in a silo. You're trying to jam, you're trying to create something amazing with other people, but instead, you're just wrestling with your setup.
I mean, seriously? Does this look familiar to you? You didn't sign up to be an IT admin, but here you are, trying to juggle this incredibly fragile chain of protocols. You're pushing high-quality video with NDI, you're trying to control everything with OSC, and then you're streaming it all out with RTMP. It's a total technical juggling act, and you know that one wrong move, one little hiccup, and the whole performance just comes crashing down.
And the main villain in this whole story is something the sources call drift. It's that horrible sinking feeling you get mid-set when you realize the visuals that were perfectly on beat an hour ago are now just a little bit off. And over time, that tiny lag just grows and grows until your tight, synced performance completely unravels into chaos.
All right, so how do we actually fix this? Let's take a look at the 3 most common ways people have tried to solve this problem, and more importantly, why each one is basically a dead end for artists.
Okay, so when you first look at this chart, the trade-offs seem pretty clear, right? The OBS plugin looks like the easiest option for everybody, while a full standalone app looks like a ton of work. But here's the thing. The real story is hidden in that last row, in the performance and latency, and that's where all the problems are hiding.
So path number 1 seems like a total slam dunk. Just build a plugin for OBS. I mean, everybody uses it. It's the Swiss Army knife for streamers and VJs. Why not just bake your collaboration tool right in? It sounds almost too easy.
And, well, that's because it is. Here's the catch, the fatal flaw that makes this whole path a complete non-starter for musicians. Deep inside OBS, there's a nasty little problem called the audio monitoring latency trap.
And this is the absolute killer. The sound you're hearing in your headphones slowly, sneakily goes out of sync with what your audience is actually hearing on the stream. What starts as a tiny delay you can barely notice can grow into a full second or more. You can't perform to a beat that's constantly shifting. It makes any kind of tight musical collaboration just completely impossible.
Okay, fine. So OBS is out. What's the next logical move? Well, let's go straight to the VJ's best friend, Resolume. A native plugin should give us perfect, rock-solid control, shouldn't it? This has to be the pro move, or at least that's what you'd think.
Yeah, unfortunately, this path is another dead end. Turns out, Resolume plugins are awesome for effects, but you can't build things like a proper chat window or a session lobby. Even worse, trying to sync your performance is a total nightmare. Control messages just get lost over the network, and there's a really nasty playhead bug that can make your synced videos stutter and glitch. So, another dead end. So, if building inside these big applications is the problem, what if we build alongside them? And this right here is the breakthrough moment. This is where we find the real solution, the sidecar.
The answer is this Sidecar app. I want you to think of it like a dedicated roadie for your entire digital performance. It's a separate, powerful little app that runs quietly in the background, and its only job is to handle all the hard stuff, the networking, the audio, the perfect sync, which lets OBS and Resolume just focus on what they do best.
And here's the genius of how it works. Your visuals stream out of Resolume and go straight to the Sidecar app using a local video stream called NDI. The Sidecar then does its magic, perfectly syncing those visuals with the audio from your collaborators online. Then it sends that final, perfectly timed performance right back into OBS, so you get all the power of a dedicated app, but it feels as seamless as a simple plugin.
This is exactly why the Sidecar approach wins. It completely dodges that horrible OBS audio drift. It sidesteps all the annoying limitations of the Resolume plugin system. It lets a dedicated, high-performance engine do all the heavy lifting, so you can just focus on being an artist again. It really is the best of all worlds.
And the best part is, this isn't just some abstract theory.
There's a really practical, clear roadmap to make this a reality for every single VJ who's just tired of the tech grind. Let's look at the actual path to collaboration.
What I love about this is that the journey starts small. You don't have to build the entire thing at once. You start with a simple proof of concept, just to test the core idea with a few friends. And then you build on that success. You add some automation, then community features, and then finally, you get to the pro-level optimization. It's a smart, step-by-step path to getting it done right.
And really, that's the key takeaway here. What seems like this impossible technical mountain is actually just a staircase. If you have the right architecture and the right plan, you can build the future of collaborative art one step at a time without falling into any of those frustrating dead ends.
So I'll leave you with this thought. Once we actually solve these technical problems, once all that friction just disappears, what's left? The only limit is our collective imagination. Just think about the incredible performances we'll be able to build when we can finally just focus on creating together.